Hello everyone, my name is Pierre-Léo Béguet. I'm a PhD student at Orange Labs and Verimac, both in France, working with and under the supervision of Pierre Crégu and Jean-François Monin on the development and certification of optimizations for Datalog within Coq and MAVCamp. First, I'm going to introduce Datalog and why we ended up working on this topic. Then I will present the different components of our optimizations, outline their Coq certification, and finally discuss some future works. Datalog is a logic programming language, basically Prolog with weight function symbols. More concretely, a Datalog program has two components, which I will illustrate using the textbook example of graph connectivity shown here. The first component is a set of AND clauses, such as the first two lines, called rules. Here we have a first rule stating that whenever we have an edge between vertices x and y, then we can say that x and y are linked. And the second rule goes one step further by stating that whenever x is linked to y and y shares an edge with z, then we can deduce that x and z are linked. The second component of a Datalog program is a set of base facts, here the set of edges in the graph, which are used as a starting point in the deductions. The behavior of a network can be formalized in a similar but obviously much more involved way, and the resulting program can then be used to check the semantics of the network, for example by asking the Datalog engine if it can be deduced that a packet leaving point A can reach point B. The catch is, as one might expect, that doing so naively will not scale on usual Datalog engines. This is why a Datalog engine for network, called Network Optimized Datalog or NOD, has been introduced. One of the reasons it scales is that the Datalog programs are tailored for the analyzed network, in the sense that the topology and configuration are hard-coded into the rules of the program. Although efficient, this approach means that the programs are hard to read and have to be modified by experts each time the network changes, a process that is both costly and error-prone. We then started working on a higher level tool, built on top of Node, that would describe the behavior of a network in general. However, Node does not handle well some special predicates when used with many variables, so we thought it might work better to have more, or even much more rules, but with less variables each, which is the goal of the optimizations we worked on. This way, network engineers can write short, trustable generic programs which are transformed into much lengthier, efficient, specialized programs by a verified process. The first optimization is itself twofold, as it first consists of a static analysis, which is then used to fuel the actual rewriting. We look at them separately, starting with the analysis. The name of the game here is to simulate a simplified execution of the analyzed program, which we illustrate using the Datalog snippet shown in the slide. Quick notation bit: assuming we have a predicate A and an integer I, we write AI, the set of values that the ith argument of the predicate can take in practice. So first observation, the set of possible values for x in the first rule is a subset of the intersection of this position, of what goes through this position, Q0, and what goes through this position, R1. We focus with that loss of generality on Q0. So assuming Q is fully defined by the last two rules, the value of Q0 is precisely the union of S0, S, and U1. Iterating this process, we assume that S and U are defined elsewhere, we can reach predicates which are fully defined in the initial set of facts, which is available at static time, and then obtain a tree whose nodes are set intersections and unions, and leaves are value sets. This tree tracks the value flows in the program without taking into account the compatibility of those values, meaning that it's an over-approximation. One of the main features of Datalog is recursion, which will obviously cause this general principle to loop indefinitely. So we deal with this by associating a program point to every node in the produce tree, and forbidding to have a position appear twice in a branch. This does not break the completeness of the analysis, as a non-empty recursive predicate is always grounded by a non-recursive component. We illustrate this point with the following code snippet, where the first rule inverts the two arguments of P, and the second assigns it an actual definition, assuming again that Q is defined elsewhere. When analyzing the x variable in the first rule, we end up with a tree containing three branches, one that leads to Q0, one that leads to Q1, and one that loops twice in the first rule, going from here to here and then again here. This last branch will be cut off, and we end up with an adequate characterization of X. So we can now use this static analysis in our transformations. The first transformation assumes another approximation of the program's behavior and partially instantiates its inefficient parts. So for example, assuming here that the Datalog engine does not handle Q well, and that the other approximation associates the set 1, 2, 3 to the X variable, we can replace the generic rule by the three partially instantiated rules below. These two sets of rules, here and here, have the same semantics, even if the subset was strict. So, say for example that X cannot actually be instantiated within practice. That's okay, because the preconditions of this new rule still have to be checked at runtime. The second transformation expects a program where the definition of a predicate is partially instantiated, as in the previous slide, so something that again looks like this. In this setting, the predicate here is duplicated into specialized versions, one for each relevant constant. So here we still have predicate P, but we also have P1, P2, and P3, which do not have two arguments but only one. This way, some predicate representations within a node or another Datalog engine are reduced. This optimization is of course most efficient when used on top of the previous one, the partial program instance. Okay, now that we have outlined the optimizations, we quickly discuss what was proven and how. So very luckily for us, some courageous people had already developed a Coq implementation of Datalog, which we of course use as a basis. We made some extensions, the most notable one being Datalog trace semantics, which we designed on paper, implemented in Coq, and related to the additional semantics. As the base implementation, just like the base implementation, we harnessed the finite nature of Datalog to make the most of mathconf fin-type notations and write computable definitions rather than inductives, for example. The static analysis and the two rewritings have been developed and certified independently. More precisely, we showed that this static analysis actually captures another approximation of the program semantics, and that the two transformations are semantic preserving, given another approximation in the case of the first transformation. And of course, we verified the articulation of the static analysis and the first rewriting. One thing we would like to address in the future is a stronger version of the analysis, which simulates a weak version of dependency across values. We illustrate this issue with the two following programs, so one on the left, one on the right. On the left, each fact about S produces one about R, which in turn produces a fact about Q, which finally leads to a fact about P. We then have a number of P facts, which is linear and actually equal in the number of facts about S. Whereas the program on the right introduces a kind of cross product in the mix in the second rule here, meaning that the number of P facts will be this time quadratic in the number of facts about S. As it was defined earlier, the analysis does not differentiate these two settings and will go for the quadratic number of instances, potentially hurting the performances where we could do better. The analysis can actually be very easily augmented to track such dependencies by adding indexes to the produced trees and overlapping them across multiple variables. However, this method does not work on every Datalog program. So for example, here, the first rule of the program inverts the first two values of P but not the third one. When analyzing X and Z, this will cause the overlapping of the return tree to lose some relevant values and thus break completeness. Although it does not work on every Datalog program, we could show in Coq that this method, this new analysis, works for recursion-free programs, and believe that there exists a class of Datalog programs strictly greater than recursion-free ones, which supports this method, but remains to be characterized. So, a quick wrap-up. We identified the cavity in the engine, designed and certified the trace semantics, a static analysis, and two program transformations for Datalog. This work was a proof of concept of a Coq formalization of Datalog previously developed by others, as well as the first, at least to our knowledge, example of formally verified optimization for Datalog. we leave behind some tools which may help others to work on a similar project, and ourselves have designed a stronger version of the analysis, which however raises some theoretical questions which have yet to be dealt with. Voilà, thank you very much for your attention and have a great day.